Sure, great.
Hey, Jacy, you're on.
Hi guys, good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are geographically. I'm super excited to be here tonight for a presentation on toxic load. It's going to be the focus on the class tonight. But first, I will be just giving a brief introduction of essential oils for those who are new to essential oils world. So I'm going to just give a brief introduction on the oils, and then I will turn the time to Sneha, so she'll be presenting the part on toxic load and how to reduce the toxic loads in your body naturally, the different ways, including a lot of essential oils that can really help with that. So first of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Jacy. I'm from Canada. For those who don't know me, I've been in India for a couple of years. My husband is Indian. We're currently based out of Kerala, southern part of India. I'm certified essential oil coach. I've been certified for the last many years. And also last year I got certified by doTERRA essential oil specialist. And Sneha, she is a fitness figure. She's also a cabin crew for Air India. She's been a cabin crew for the last more than 15 years already. And she's certified CPT, so personal trainer by ACE. And she's also a life coach, a lifestyle coach. So let's get started with the presentation. I'm very excited, and it's very important to know how to use the oil safely in your daily life. So for those who are new tonight with the oils, let's get started just for the brief introduction on the oils. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, so first of all, what is an essential oil? This is often a question I get from people. So basically an essential oil is a natural aromatic compound that is found on different plants, flowers, trees, bark, herbs. You can find it, and citrus, for example, also. And what they're usually, when you touch the pudina leaf, the mint leaf with your fingers, and then you get that beautiful, like fragrance on your fingers, or when you open an orange and you get that beautiful, uplifting, citrusy smell in the house, or when you're cooking, for example, in India, you're making Indian chai, Indian tea, and you're using all those beautiful spices, like cinnamon, cardamom. These are all the fragrances that you can smell are all what we call essential oils. So basically, most of them are still distilled to extract the essential oils that are in the plant or the tree, the flowers, etc. And for the citrus, usually it will be with cold press extraction. And here you can see it's a magnified, a very big focus. If you use a microscope on the peppermint leaf, you will see under the leaf, you'll see these sacs, these oil sacs. This is what are essential oils, what are bringing that beautiful aroma. So every plant and trees, flower, etc., they all have such oil sacs in them. So you get the beautiful bottle, and after that, all full of these beautiful things for health, empowerment. And then all of them have health benefits, and there is no side effect because you're working with nature. So nature, is all around you, is in your food. And also what Plato used to say, your food is medicine and medicine is your food. So it's all very safe to use essential oils as part of your daily routine. Next slide. So when you talk about essential oil, it's not a new thing. It's been on for centuries and people might not all know about it, but it's like an ancient knowledge that it's coming back to our modern lifestyle. If you look at Egypt, for example, they used to have different types of essential oils. Cleopatra, the queen of Egypt, used to apply on her skin, on her daily routine for her skin care, different types of essential oils. For mummification process, they were using lavender essential oils also. They found essential oils in the tombs, in the pharaoh tombs. In China, it's been part of the Chinese medicine for centuries. In India also, essential oils have been part of the Ayurveda medicine for centuries. Most of it in India, people will know it under the name of aromatherapy because they used to use the oils basically as aromatic, in a aromatically way. But there are many ways to use essential oils as well. In Roman time, the gladiators, when they were fighting, if they had a big cut, for example, they would use lavender essential oil because it has some antibacterial properties and also healing properties with the skin. It helps, it boosts the healing process of the skin. In Greece, also, they've been using essential oil for years. And in France, of course, everyone knows lavender in France and other types of essential oils that are from France. So next slide. So the natural solution, what I love about essential oils is that it's the doTERRA essential oils, they're pure. They're the purest quality you can find anywhere in the world, and they're tested and they're certified for it. And when you look, at all the natural, different types of natural approach to healthcare, naturopathy, they usually look at the root cause of the problem, and then they can work on the symptoms. In opposite of the modern approach that would be the opposite, usually focusing more on the symptoms and forgetting to look more in detail with the root cause of the problem. So then it might create some other health concerns overall over time. While when you go with the natural approach and you first directly take care of the root cause of the problem, for example, asking, what you have been eating these days, how is your sleep, are you exercising, are you going through a lot of stress? There's so many different aspects that can affect your health. So these are part of the root cause of the problem. And then we can address properly the symptoms. The next slide. Okay, so here, how essential oils, are effective. If you look at the first picture, we have seen it a bit bigger earlier with the pudina, the peppermint leaves, and the oil sacs. Then you look below, there is a cell. Let's say it's a cell inside your body. And that purple thing is a virus that came inside, that crossed the wall of your cell and is inside your body. So most modern approach to health would not be able to cross that wall of your cell. But if you're using essential oil, because the natural chemical compound, the way that it's structured, it is very similar as our body cells. So our body is harmoniously working with them and accepting them. So it's very easy for the essential oils to cross that cell wall and be able to, for example, fight the virus and work in harmony with your health to bring the best in your health. And if you're thinking, for example, how many drops of essential oils you should be using, here it's just to give you an idea. If you're using 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, it's about the equivalent of drinking 28 cups of peppermint leaf. Let's say you take a few leaves of peppermint in your herbal tea, and then you take another one. So let's say you're drinking 28 cups to get 1 drop of essential oil. So it's very powerful, very potent. Usually if you have 15 ml bottle, 15 ml bottle, inside that you would have about 250 drops. So just think, the bottle, it might look small, but you're gonna go for a long time with that 1 bottle because you will use 1 drop or maybe 2 drops a day. So you're gonna go with the oils, you're gonna use this bottle for quite some time. And don't go more than 1 or 2 drops because it's very potent, and your body, with 1 or 2 drops will be already, working together in harmony to bring the best in your health. If you look on the right side, you can see CPTG certified in orange. It's a very small, the smallest slice of the pie. The biggest part of it is synthetic. So if you look at the essential oil industry, more than 95% of the essential oils are synthetic. They are not natural. They do not have certification. actually 95% do not have certifications. A lot of them are synthetic. Some are food grade. They're acceptable for the food industry to flavor. They're not always natural, but they're accepted, as being safe to add as flavoring in the food. Then you have the therapeutic oils, which usually are used as part of therapeutic massage. And then you have the CPTG essential oils, which are certified, pure, tested, therapeutic grade. The really highest quality of certification you can find in the market. If you don't trust me, go Google, do a lot of research on your own. I've spent years, trying different brands, different types of essential oils from different countries. And that's how I came to doTERRA. Every time my research were guiding me back to doTERRA. So this is how I build my trust in this brand. Next slide. Yeah, purity matters. So, and one last thing I'd like to mention about the purity and the quality of the essential oil is very important to understand that same, when you go to market, you go to buy vegetables or fruits, you want what is pure, you want what is certified organic. You don't want to have those pesticide sprayed vegetables or fruits, right? Because it can be harmful to your body. That's the same idea with the essential oil. So always go for what is pure, the highest quality, because your skin and your inner organs, which Sneha is going to mention, is going to present you shortly, or reacting to these harmful chemicals. And what is super cool about this doTERRA essential oils, the only company that is so transparent, under each bottle, you will have one printed number that you can go to source2you.com. You type in that number and you can download the PDF of that one bottle that you bought, its own personal lab testing certification. So there's no other company that does that. And it proves that how pure and how safe it is, that the company has nothing to hide. And if you download every time, let's say you buy lavender and then again you buy another lavender, every time the lab test result will be a bit different, because in nature, nothing is exactly perfect. Nothing is exactly the same. There's always a tiny difference, a variation. So the lab testing for the same essential oil lavender, but if you buy 3 bottles, they would all have a slight difference in the result. Next slide. There are 3 ways for you to, the main ways where you can use essential oils, how you can use them. Aromatically, this is what also in Ayurveda people are most familiar with. So it could be, so it really helps to open up the airways. It cleans the air. It really affects your moods, your emotions as well. So you can use them aromatically either in your diffuser. So I have, I can show you guys my doTERRA diffuser. I really love it. You just plug it in, you fill it in with water, add a few drops of your favorite essential oil, you plug it in, and then you can enjoy the aromatic, beautiful fragrance, and also the emotional aspect to it that it really helps to work on the emotion. Let's say lavender would be reducing your level of stress. It can help to promote restful sleep. If you're using citrus like lemon or orange, it will be more uplifting, reducing your anxiety level, but also uplifting. So depending on what you're looking for, you can use different types of oil. If you don't have an electric diffuser, I do not recommend you to use the one with the candle, because while you're heating the essential oil, they're losing some of their health benefits. So the fragrance will be there, but the health benefits might not be as potent. And then you can also put in a spray bottle like this. It's very easy, you can buy a spray bottle. Always go for a glass bottle, I'm telling you guys, because some essential oil can even burn plastic. Plus, you don't want extra toxic in your body. You don't want plastic or any plastic particles in your body. So go with glass bottle. You can fill with water, add a few drops of essential oil, and you can also spray it on your pillow, on your clothes. Then topically, basically, it's on your skin. It's also safe for children. And then I would always say dilute, dilute, dilute. Okay, I would never say it enough. Always dilute the essential oils. It can be on fractionated coconut oil or almond oil or jojoba oil, whichever oil you prefer. Some people ask me for olive oil. I would say it's okay, but the fragrance of the oil is very strong, so you will lose some of the fragrance of the essential oil. The health benefits would be there, but the smell might be different. So go for a fractionated coconut oil, which doesn't have any fragrance of coconut in it because they extracted the fat of the coconut. It doesn't get hard in winter either. Then you go with almond oil if you prefer, jojoba oil. So you dilute, then you add only a few drops. And then you can apply under your feet with the reflexology. It will work on your organs, whichever you're looking at to improve in your health. And then you can also apply directly on your stomach, on your chest if it's for the opening up the airways. Then you go with internally. I love to add 1 or 2 drops in a cup of water and drink it directly, but not everyone is like me. Not everyone likes the taste of frankincense or the taste of On Guard, for example. Oregano, once in a while I will drink it like this also, but most of the time I will add in a capsule because it's very warm and very strong taste. So in the capsule, as on that picture, that's one of the best way to ingest the oils. Or you can add in your smoothies as well. And if you like it, like for me, every morning I will be using frankincense essential oil, 1 drop under my tongue. Some people might prefer to apply on their finger and then rub their palate. So there are different ways to take it internally. So I would say water, smoothies, or even tea in evening. My mom loves her herbal tea, adding 1 drop of lavender to help her relax and get into a restful sleep. Next slide. Yes, sir. There are like 15 main essential oils. I did not put all the slides here. These are only the 3 common ones. So I'll just go on with these 3 ones, but there are like 15 main essential oils that most of people would use on a daily basis or almost on a daily basis. So these 3, they come also in the introductory kit. You have lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So lemon is great for, cleansing the body. If you're taking it internally, it's a great clean as part of, like your natural detergent to make at home for cleaning instead of using the chemical one. Sneha will go on that topic later. Lavender, it's the most commonly used essential oil in the world. It has so many health benefits, for emotions, for the skin, the hair, for internally as well. I mean, there's so many ways that you can use doTERRA lavender essential oil. Even when you're cooking and you burn your skin, you just apply 1 drop. It happened to my father-in-law 2 days ago. He was cooking, he burned himself, and then he was like calling me, like, Jacy, which oil is good for me? So I just ran downstairs with the bottle of lavender. You can apply directly on it, the lavender. It's very safe, and usually like there is no skin sensitivity, but just in case, you can always dilute it. And then peppermint is very energizing oil. I love to add 1 drop in my morning hot chocolate that I make with organic cocoa powder. Then I just add 1 drop of peppermint, no sugar, only a little bit of honey, super healthy. It's a big boost for the day. If you have a big headache, you can apply a drop here on your temples and the very, like the highest part of your forehead. It helps to reduce the tensions in your head and the pain. It cools down your body. So apply, a few drops of peppermint in your glass bottle. In summer in India, you're gonna really gonna use it every day because it's so refreshing, not on your face, but on your neck, on your chest, your back. It's so refreshing and cooling during those hot days. It's probably gonna be your best friend this summer. Next slide. So reducing toxic load, the topic of today's class with the essential oils. So I will turn the time to Sneha. Sneha is going to explain more in details, what are the toxic loads that are in your body, and how different ways, you can reduce them in your body to be healthier and overall, like improving your health. Sneha, are you ready? Are you ready to comment?
She's muted.
Oh, yes.
Let me unmute her.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, Sneha.
Hi, Sneha.
With you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Hi, everybody, and good evening. So basically, as Jacy was talking about how she puts oil in her water and drinks, that's what I also do lot of times, because while I'm on the long flights, it's very difficult to be drinking water all the time, and it's very much required actually to drink water all the time because of all the reasons of dehydration and pressurization. So I think even I've got the habit of drinking, water with my immune oils or immunity oil or lemon oil. So it's really great. That's a suggestion from my side to all of you all. I mean, you can also practice this. All right, so back to the class now, since we'll be talking about reducing toxic load. First of all, I would like to ask all of you all that what do you understand? Can you just write in the chat box that what do you understand? That what do we understand by reducing toxic load with essential oils? If people can just write it in the chat box, we can just share that. Are people actually aware of it or not? So if somebody can tell me, and I'll just read the chat box that, what are the ways that we can reduce toxic loads, or what do you understand by reducing toxic loads with essential oils?
So I just saw someone, Annelise, she wrote cleansing. Sonia, she wrote purification process.
Absolutely.
Someone else also said flushing out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what comes in our minds: flushing out the system, detoxification, getting rid of body toxins from our body so that we can actually have good health, no inflammation. Exactly. That's what we'll be talking about. And with absolutely natural sources is the topic of ours today. So, slide second.
Next slide.
Yeah. All right. So before we go ahead, because a lot of you actually know that how and what is the meaning of reducing toxic loads from our body, can we just quickly understand, since I come from a background where health, nutrition, healthy lifestyle is really important. So it's very important for me to understand that you guys, do you really understand that what is the meaning of well-being? We all know that well-being is really important in our life, but then what is the meaning of well-being? So before you guys scratch your head and figure it out, I would quickly like to tell you in short that what is the meaning of well-being. So I'll just give you a short example. Like there is this group A and there is this group B. So group A people are the people who may be diabetic or maybe suffering from cancer or maybe thyroid or from n number of diseases, but they can actually climb the stairs. They can actually climb the mountains. They can actually run marathon. They are very good bodybuilders, but internally they have a lot of diseases. And there is this group B, which is free from any disease. They don't have any disease, but they cannot actually walk 100 meters. They cannot pull something. They cannot bend. They cannot lift. They cannot push. They cannot sit. So basically, they are not fit. They are healthy, but they are not fit. So what I'm trying to make you understand is both the group are lacking in something or the other. First group have health deficiencies and second group has fitness inefficiencies. So total well-being is there when you have everything all together, when you have health in place, when you have your mental, physical, and social well-being on place with no diseases in life. So you're physically fit and you have a disease-free life is what's well-being to me, and it should be what well-being to you as well. That's what I wanted to tell you before we go ahead with our next slide. So now, since we know that what is well-being, I would like quickly all of you all to just rate yourself on the scale of 1 to 10 in terms of your eating pattern, exercise, rest and manage stress, toxic reduction, informed self-care, and proactive medical care. How do you rate yourself, in all these in this scale and all the terminologies. So you can just do it yourself so that, it can be beneficial in later stages for you to find it out where you are lacking and what you need to improve. Yeah, so if people are done, we can move to the next slide. They can, maybe at their ease find it out, because that'll be very beneficial in finding it out eventually, that what they want to feel less and what they want to feel more. Like, I want to feel less using gadgets. I want to feel less sleepy. So what you want to feel less and what you want to gain, like you want to be more energetic, you want to be, more healthy, or you want to, be again more, less gadget freak. So you want to have more sleep. So whatever you want to see yourself in prioritizing your health, you can just write it down for yourself so that you can take the steps accordingly. Yeah. So this is also for you guys to do it whenever you're at ease. Yeah. This is going to be really beneficial for you at the later stages, or maybe now if you really need it. All right. So now, since we have understood what is the meaning of well-being, how do you guys rate yourself and what you want to do, less or more, let's get on to the next slide of understanding the sources of toxic loads. All right. So what are the sources of toxic loads? So according to the investigation which is being done on this, there are a lot of internal sources and there are a lot of external sources. So when I say internal sources, so basically in our body, there are a lot of cells which break down every now and then. And it is very important for those cells to get eliminated from our body. Otherwise, the toxic load will increase in our body. But you know what, guys? Our body is really smart and they know how to handle this internal toxic loads and how to get rid of it. But what our body is not smart in is actually identifying the external sources of toxic loads. For example, the air we breathe in, we don't know how much polluted it is. For example, the water we drink, we don't know how much contaminated the water is. The food we eat, we don't know how many pesticides is the food, have. Maybe it's organic. Organic food can also have a little bit of pesticides, So we're not sure that what kind of toxics are we taking in. So those are the external sources which we cannot identify properly, or maybe even if we can identify it is very difficult to overcome them. So next slide. Exactly. So what we are trying to say is, what are the pathways of this external toxic load? Internal, we already discussed, our body is smart enough to handle. What are the external sources of toxic loads? Is the air we breathe in, the water we drink, the food we eat, and of course, the different things which we use in our home to clean our home. Those chemically generated products, or those chemically generated products which we use for our personal hygiene, for our personal welfare. So that is also full of chemicals and toxins. So these are basically the sources from wherein, knowingly or unknowingly, we are actually inhaling a lot of toxins in our body. All right, so this makes us go to the next one. Yes, so the way I have told you that our body is really smart to get rid of a lot of toxins from our body, like our skin. When we sweat, we actually take out a lot of toxins and a lot of harmful materials from our body, like our liver. It is also a superb organ to flush out impurities, waste from our body. Our intestines, it is actually again a great organ to flush out the waste. Kidneys, lungs, all the organs are superbly placed in a way that actually know how and where the toxins are created and how to flush them out of our body. So internally we are really strong, but externally we still need to take care of our organs really well. With this, as we all know, then we can go to the next slide and let's just figure it out that now, since we are all talking about so many external sources of toxic loads, which are there in front of us, which are there in the environment, in our home, in our day-to-day care products. So, can you actually list down or maybe figure it out what are the 10 places toxic chemicals hide in your home? So if you can figure it out, we have the solution to give it to you, how to get rid of it. So maybe you can just do it at your ease and find it out what could be, the maximum number of places where you use chemicals at your home, right? So that we can actually reduce that and make you free from toxic load. That is you to find it out. And now we go to the next slide. All right, so now, so basically the question arises that if we are suffering from so much of toxic loads, how do we identify exactly that our body is actually screaming to get detox, So basically the lifestyle we are living in right now, we are not living to our highest potential. What I wanted to say is that, do we actually get up in the morning before the alarm rings? No, even if the alarm rings, we're not able to get up. We actually need a cup of coffee to wake up. We actually need to push ourselves to the gym or to do some kind of exercise. We do not do it by ourselves. We are not that self-motivated. Do we have a good digestion system? Do we have good immune system? Our body has good immune system. Is our liver, kidney functioning properly? Is our skin and hair is glowing? Are we able to reduce the fat percentage from our body? So there are a lot of things which basically tells us that body is actually screaming for getting detoxification. Like, do you have the mental clarity? How our skin breakdowns a lot of time. Our digestion is not at place. We tend to eat a lot of processed food, unhealthy food, basically. And we are not mentally stable all the time. We have a lot of stress. We are not able to sleep properly. We're not able to be happy and active all the time. We're not energized all the time. We really need to push ourselves to be energized. And our body odor, or maybe our breath, have a lot of, it stinks a lot of times. So I think there are a lot of things which makes us identify that our body is actually, craving to get detoxified. And that's when we realize that we really need it, and we really need to change the environment around us. It's just not it's all the environment around us which needs to be changed, whatever we could do with our range. So I think if you figure it out, we'll able to manage and figure it out. What are the signs of your body when it is craving for detoxification? And just do it. Then your body realizes it. And then we come to the second slide, as to the next slide, to find it out some of the ways how we can actually detoxify our body. So basically, we have we have this beautiful doTERRA products which we have are in place. So I'm not too sure that these products are available in Malaysian market or not, but still we'll just quickly like to point it out that we have PB Assist, which is a great prebiotic, and we have Digestive Zen. I'm sure everyone here loves Digestive Zen as much as I do. And which is actually a great thing for your digestion, to improve your digestion, for the nutrients to get it absorbed properly in your body. You have your Zendocrine, which is again a detoxification complex. And you have your GZ Assist and PB Assist, which has a way to take it. So it comes in a way of 10, 5, and 15. So these are the few products of doTERRA. Just a few, okay? I have a lot more to talk about how you can actually improve and detoxify yourself. Okay, so PB Assist, Digestive Zen, and yeah, these are not available, but just to give you a brief about it, what can be beneficial for you. So I'm just telling you. All right, so then we are to the next slide. All right, so these are the products which I'm sure is available everywhere. So let's talk about them. Basically, so we have peppermints. So peppermint is an amazing oil, as Jacy also briefed you guys about peppermint. And I love peppermint oil. It is one of my favorite. Okay, yeah. So, all right. Somebody has written something. Oh, yeah. Becky has written that, of course, we have Zendu. Yeah, I was about to talk about Zendu cream in the oil form, which is great for cleansing the organs, of course. So yes, so Zendu green and frankincense and peppermint, of course, they are the three amazing oils which is beautifully being made for detoxification. So if we talk about peppermint, so peppermint is for your detoxification of your lungs. Basically, you have a good breathing pattern with this. You have if you have mucus collected in your lungs, that can be also loosened with it. And it is good for detoxification of your lungs. If it is choked, if you're not able to breathe properly, it is an amazing oil. So it is an amazing oil for detoxification of your lungs. As I said, frankincense, if I talk about, frankincense has some great property. As we all know that it's the king of oil, it has some great property for fighting against bacteria and virus. And it is amazingly good for detoxification of your intestine. It is actually good for your intestine also, to provide you a better intestine, provide you a better digestive system. So for that, it is amazing. And yes, so just Becky pointed it out, Zendu Green is an amazing, amazing oil, because it helps in the functioning and detoxification of all the organs inside our body, be it skin, liver, kidney, lungs, colon. So you say it and it functions and detoxifies all the organs inside our body, and it cleanses it amazingly. So that is why Zendu Green is an amazing oil, right? So at least we have this to take care of our health for detoxification and for your cleansing. So with this, we come to our next slide. So because if our detoxification is in place, our body doesn't have to actually spend too much of time in detoxification, and it actually can spend time in protecting our body from a lot of illness. If that is sorted, only our body has to take care in fighting against any illness or disease. So that's very important. So we go to the next slide, and it says that toxification in our daily life, which is there, obviously. If you can just see the investigation which has come up, in our day-to-day life, men uses at least 9 to 10 products every day, which is full of chemicals. Women uses approximately around 12 to 13 products, every day, which is full of chemicals, if you see the survey. And they can be your shampoos, conditioners, your cleansing agents, your toothbrush, your skincare regime. So there are a lot of things, lot of products which we use in our daily basis, which can vary from 9 to 10 to 11 things per day, which is full of chemicals, and we are just taking it unknowingly without even knowing that what could be the consequences of them. So in the next slide, I have just shown it to you, like what all can be the products which we use of household or for personal care, which is actually giving a lot of toxins to our body. So basically, now the question arises that why do we use the essential oils? Why not anything else to actually, or any other oil? Why you use doTERRA essential oil to actually cleanse or detoxify, or use in case of our day-to-day products or for our cleaning purposes? Why do we use doTERRA? Because it has got high quality essential oils. It is only a little which we have to use, not much, basically. And the amount of oil you need, it's depending upon the type of cleaning you would be doing it. So it is not that you are actually taking a lot of oil. You're actually not using a lot of oil to actually clean the things. And you should take a small amount to actually test that how much is it required for that particular place, And for homemade essential oil cleansing agent, always shake them well. And it is very potent, it is very powerful. It is a great alternative to a lot of toxins and chemicals which we actually use in our day-to-day life. So that is the reason why you should be actually using doTERRA essential oils. because Jacy has also just elaborated on that, how powerful, how potent, how much tested they are, you know. So that is why they are so beneficial to use it. And in the next slide, we'll be just listing few more oils which can be actually beneficial, you know, because our doTERRA essential oils doesn't have synthetic. They come with a lot of tests. They are thoroughly tested, and they are from natural resources. So that is why they are so pure and potent. So some of the oils which can be actually used in combination with a lot of other you know, basic cleansing materials, that is baking soda, white vinegar, castor soap, salt, or fractionated coconut oil. In the combination of this, we can actually combine few of our oils, which will be really powerful and pure in helping our day-to-day activities and our self-care. So that means organo, which can be used in dark areas. We have on guard, which can be used in kitchen for all kind of purposes, for all kind of cleansing purposes. And you have Melaleuca, which can be used in our washing machine, for our makeup brushes, for our exercise mats, we can use it. And in toilets, for cleaning our toilets or sink or, you know, shower areas, we can actually use Melaleuca and lemon oil also. For our floor cleaning, we can use lemon oil. And for our laundries and carpets, we can use lavender oil. It is really beneficial. And for cleaning our windows and mirrors, and for you know, pest cleaning, we can actually use peppermint oil. So these are some of the oils which we like to highlight for you guys, that will come handy for you to use it in your cleaning purposes, right, in combination of the other things which we have listed for you. Later on also, I'll tell you what kind of shampoos I make it for myself, which you can also do it from DIY, and it can be actually beneficial for you. For this, we can go to the next slide. And also in the next slide, we have more oils for you to understand, that we have cinnamon bark, we have clove, coriander, cypress, lemon, lime, then oregano. Oregano, we've already talked about, wild orange, basil, cilantro. So all these oils can be used for various kind of cleaning purposes, or for making your healthcare products by yourself, like shampoos, conditioners, and it is also used in doTERRA, you know, in doTERRA products also, like doTERRA have their own products where they can be used. But before going to that, I'll quickly go on to the next slide, and I will tell you that how do we use these oils? Like if you use 5 drops in like 2 to 3 cups of cleansing solution, then it can be useful for just mild cleaning purposes. Now, if you go for 10 to 15 drops
Sneha,
for straight, and you know, for scrubbing it can be used. But if you go for more than 20 drops of oils, it is actually useful for those difficult you know, strains which do not come out easily, because my
Sneha, you're on mute.
uses 20 drops because we have a lot of areas where we really need deep cleaning, and my mom is really particular about hygiene. So yes, so this is the quick for different type of areas which needs to be cleaned, whether it is mild, whether it is little more than that, and when it is really too much. And with this, we come to the next slide, where we have a few household products which you can swap with. Like you have your On Guard cleanser, you have On Guard foaming hand wash, you have diffusers with essential oils, you have On Guard laundry detergent, which you can use. And you can also make it by yourself as well, if you'd like to. And few other products I would like to mention in the next slide, which is there. Uh, and they have one of my favorite, On Guard toothpaste, which I use every single day. And of course, On Guard deodorant. It is my favorite again. And you have shampoos and conditioners, and you have your skin care regime as well, which you can swap. with your swap from your day-to-day chemical bound skincare or chemical bound products. So basically, yeah, of course, I think somebody has written something, but I would like to point it out. This is what saves so much money too, making your own cleanser, that they are amazing. Of course, that's what I was trying to tell you guys, that if you make your own cleansers, and deodorants are not available for us in Malaysian market. But yes, what I'm trying to say is, if you make your own cleansers, if you make your own shampoos, then it is actually so much of saving of money and chemical-free things you can make it. So you have a lot of DIY things which is available, like Jacy, in our this thing, the Twitter website as well, where you can just every now and then. Jess, you would like to elaborate on this? Like
On
what?
No, I think you've covered it up. I think yeah, what you've said is fine. You want to add something, Susan?
I think this was
Okay.
the last slide.
Right.
Is this the last slide, or is there one more? Let me see.
Yeah, exactly. And we have few links as well, which are there. Before we ask people's questions, if they would like to take a screenshot of these links. Yeah.
Go ahead, take screenshots. These are great links.
Screenshot. Exactly.
Yeah, take a screenshot. These are great. Then go back to them and watch these, read these.
Exactly. And before we wind up, if you guys have any questions, then me and Jacy are there to answer those questions.
Another slide after that.
Okay, let me just point out, make sure, go to this podcast. It's the one on the bottom. It's episode 35. It's doTERRA's podcast. Really, really good about toxic load. Really good.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, here's more. Take another screenshot of this.
Yeah, exactly. If they would like to.
Fantastic. Really, really good.
Great, awesome presentation, Sneha. It was beautiful, very well done. And I'll just go like quickly, two slides before we wrap up today's presentation. For those who are new here and wish to get started with doTERRA, there are quite many ways that you can access here. There are 3 ways you can access to the oils. The first one is the retail, or what we call in India MRP, that you purchase it from a doTERRA member. And then what you can do, which I recommend most people, why would you pay for the retail MRP price when you could have access to a lifetime wholesale 25% and more on every product once you get your membership with doTERRA? You can either pay for your membership, or what I suggest, and it's also saving a lot of money getting more oils, is to get an enrollment kit that gives you the free membership with it, and a lot of LRP benefits that come with it, which means like every time you buy something, you will get points, and then after a while, once you have enough points, and you can use these points to get free products. It's super exciting. I love to do that. And the other option is Wellness Advocate. So basically, it's the same as the wholesale customer option, but you start building your team. For those who are interested in building your team, as most of us here today, like Becky, Susan, Sneha, and I, you want to share and educate people around you about the health benefits of essential oils, about the beauty of being healthy, feeling healthy in and out. You're starting your journey in a holistic lifestyle. So you become a wellness advocate, the exact same process as a wholesale customer, but you can also earn commissions from your customers and from your friends, people who are joining your team. Next slide. These are different ways also that explains a bit. I will go through it quite quickly. So basically, you already have the 25% discount on the products. And for the first 2 to 3 months, if you're a regular customer every month, buying at least 100 PV means point volume of product every month. 1, 2, and 3 for the until the third month, you get an extra 10% on your purchase. Then if you go fourth until the 6th month, 15, the 7th until the 9th month, 20, and from the 10th to 12th month, 25%. Then after that, you will, if you continue buying every month, then from the 13th month onward, you will start earning 30% extra. So in the end, your oils are almost free. And plus the commission that you also get from sharing health benefits of the oils around you. The next slide. So how you want to get started? For those who are new here today, go back to the person who invited you to attend the session today, our class, and share your full name as on your ID card, your shipping address, where in India, where you are, that you would like to receive your products, phone number, or on WhatsApp, which it could be for our WhatsApp group, and it's just also to link it with your doTERRA ID. Email address is very important. So every time you place an order, doTERRA can contact you to share the invoice. And if you have any information that you need to share with doTERRA, it's always good to keep that email address. And then your date of birth, make sure you're above 18, and just share what you want to purchase, which products or which kit you would like to get. If you don't have a credit card in India, do not worry. We have other options for you available. Ask the person who invited you to get to know about those options. And that's it for this slide. Next one. So thank you guys for being here with us today. We really hope to see you again on our next educational class next Thursday. We have these classes every Thursday. So we look forward to meeting all of you again every week. So on that, have a nice evening. And thanks again for being here tonight. It was a pleasure to share some of the information about the oils with you.
Well, that was fantastic. I'm just going to stop the recording. Mm-hmm. Unless there are any, were there any other questions, Becky, are you muted? Yeah, no,
I'm not muted. I think it was just a fabulous presentation. I know you guys know that the gut health and the detox in the body is one of my favorite things, as well as the most hardest thing. I talk to a lot of Indian, you know, even in America, people just don't want to get away from that sugar. They don't want to get away from the ease of the chemicals that we have in our society, like the cleaning supplies and stuff. But you know, when people are talking about trying to get rid of some belly fat and stuff, the start of doing a detox, Larry and I are on a 10-day, well, 3 days. We'll see. But of not eating anything and cleansing the body and trying to lift us up again, you know, when you start to get dragging and tired, it's just so important. And I'm drinking lots of water with a lot of the citrus oils. I had mentioned a potion that I love to do is I have a bottle that I take and I put zendocrine, frankincense. Jacy, you mentioned frankincense would be good to put in here, as well as grapefruit oil, and fill it up with olive oil or avocado oil, and just rub it on your belly after you shower in the morning and before you go to bed. And that just kind of helps keep things moving through your system. The lymphatic system needs to be moving, so jumping up and down and stuff is really important to help keep those fluids moving through your body.
Jumping up and down. I'll do that right now, right?
Up and down the stairways, you know, something like that, just to kind of, you have to get things moving. There's another thing that I like to talk about too. I know I'm going over, but dry brushing your skin helps move the fluids through your body as well. And that we're sitting here in front of the computer, well, I am all day long and stuff. And it's just sedentary lifestyles right now are just so toxic for our bodies. So
thanks. Yeah, I think one of the most important things to know too is that detox is not something we just do one time. We do it over and over and over again. We're always trying to cleanse our body and detox and rid ourselves of those contaminants and the toxins that cause all of the inflammation, which is what causes illness and disease in our bodies. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to rid yourself of those things, always be doing those things. Sneha, that was a beautiful, powerful presentation. I loved your energy. I think you have just an amazing excitement about you. I love to listen to you every time you speak. Jacy, you're so knowledgeable as well. Thank you for doing this together and partnering. I said to Jacy, I said, you guys are a dynamic duo, these two. Working together, they can convince anybody the importance of health and wellness. So thank you so much. Just a couple of housekeeping reminders. Our next shipment will leave next Saturday, a week from Saturday on the 24th. So turn in your enrollments, get the ID numbers, place your enrollment orders. If you have IDs that have already been created and they have not placed their enrollment orders, get those orders in. Even if it's just a little intro kit, the 3 oils, at least purchase one item to get their enrollment going so that then they can set up their LRP and start to earn commissions. We look forward to our class on Monday. It's our famous Larry who's going to be teaching our class on the scripts and things. We're super excited. We love to hear from Larry. I actually asked my husband the other day if he would teach a class, and he said, "Me teach a class?" I mean, he's a businessman. He uses a lot of doTERRA. He knows a lot about it. And I said, Larry does classes. And he said, well, if Larry does one, then maybe I could do one. So maybe I can get someone here to do a class. So we'll see. Maybe. That'd be awesome. Yeah, maybe in the next series, you know, I'll have to really help him. But he's pretty good. He's good at presenting and he's a lot of fun. So it might be good for you guys to meet my husband. But anyway, thank you all for joining. And Becky, thank you for monitoring the chat. Sneha and Jacy, thank you for a beautiful presentation. We just love you guys. We're here to serve you and help you grow and learn. We just are so grateful for you. So have a good weekend and go out and share, teach some classes, get online. We know that COVID numbers are growing in India. But stay active online. You can reach anybody online. So then we're here to help and support. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice evening.
I'll do the recording and then I'll send it out to everybody.
Okay. So guys, go detox your body.
Yep.
Yeah, detox your body and get strong so you can fight that pandemic thing going on out there. Yes. On guard, on guard, on guard. Everybody needs on guard.